Hey everyone, you're Home and Tools with James, and today we're continuing our house extension. We're actually going to break through into the house today. We're taking out this sliding door and removing this course of bricks. So let's jump straight into the action. Let's go.
So let's have a closer look at what we're working with here. So we've got the classic sliding door in the brickwork here, which we're going to take out now. Probably always wanted them. I wanted the infills at the top of the brick panel, but couldn't afford it when we built the house. So it's just got this cement sheet infill. So sort of works in favour now. It'll be a little bit easier to remove. And you can see this is the eave of the house where the pergola was joined up to it. This is just cement sheet infill. I've actually bashed a hole in that previously to do some electrical stuff. So that we'll get that out first so we can sort of see with what we're working with up in the roof. Now, interesting to note, when you are doing this type of project, you need to know what your house is made out of and how it's built structurally. So this house here is just a brick veneer home with a wooden frame. So brick veneer basically just means that this course of bricks here isn't structural. It's for a couple of things. It's for obviously looks, it's for fire ratings, it's for insulation, and it just finishes the house off nice, right? So it's a veneer. If you had a double bricked home and that the bricks were the structure of the building, you'd have to be really careful doing what I'm about to do here. In fact, consult an engineer, don't go and do it yourself. The other thing to know is what type of roof you've got. So I want to open up this doorway. Now I know I've got a Colorbond steel roof, which is a lot lighter than a ceramic tile roof. So if you've got a tiled roof, you need to be careful as well, because all that weight sitting on the roof, if you open up the span, it's going to put a lot of pressure on it. And even as it is, once I pull this apart, like if I determine I need to chuck an LVL in, I'll do that as well. So we've got a brick veneer construction here. The sliding door should be easy. It'll just be tagged in to the stud wall. If you see up on the top here, I've got to take out this infill panel. Those treated pine, I think they're 75 by 35s that are hammered into the truss. So they're all that's holding this in there. It's just all for looks. It's just all superficial. So we're going to rip all that out, and I do want to put some insulation because they've insulated the roof of the house as they should have. But the eaves aren't insulated, and now that they're part of my inner roof line, I want to make sure that I get insulation in there as well, and we can frame that all out. So I'm going to start off with pulling out these infills, and then we're going to pull the bricks down from the top down with my SDS bit drill, rotary drill. So I'll get this infill out, and we'll see what we're working with. Okay, so we've got the infill out in the section we're working on, and yeah, we made a mess. Just having a bit of a look at what we're working with here, and just above the sliding door, and this is probably what I thought was going to happen, so I'm going to have to do a bit of thinking, but you can see there this yellow beam. Now that's an LVL, all right? What that does is take the weight of a span when you've got it above windows or doors in your house, all right? That LVL is sitting on top of the framework down here. So if I want to extend my doorway out to say here, and the LVL stopping there, I'll have to consider how I brace it from there right the way across to the other end. Could do Dodgy Brothers and just open it up and pray for the best, but it's probably not the right thing to do. So I do have a big LVL in the shed. I'll just have to do some thinking about potentially putting some jacks under this door frame, taking that one out and replacing it with a big long one that goes through. I think that'll probably be best course of action. So not a job for today. We're going to focus on smacking out this brick wall, which should be super easy. I do have a little bit of electrical there that's tucked over in the wall frame behind, so I just need to be a little bit careful about that. But I'm going to use my rotary hammer drill that I've got lying around somewhere, and we'll start peeling this brick wall down. I've got all the bricks that I need to get off today, and you can see where that LVL was that I was talking about at the top there. It is literally just above the door. So basically I'm going to replace that with another one. You can see how they've just checked out a stud to sit it on top of. I'm just going to add a stud to where I want my water end, and I'm going to sit the LVL straight on top of it. So it should actually be a really straight forward easy swap. And over a small span like this, and I've got wall there holding up the roof, I am not going to bother jacking up the roof or anything while I take this out. It won't go anywhere, but we're going to get one of those in. And then I'm ready to pull this sliding door out, so I'll give you a bit of a look here. All I've done is I've just taken the skirts off, and if I can show you in one of the gaps here, you'll see where the nails are, and all I'm going to do is put my saws all through there and just cut the nails, and this will just pop right out. So we're going to do that now. Okay, so we're moving right along. I've taken the gyprock sheet out of this one base. This is, I'll give you a bit of a look looking at this way. That's extra bit that I want to pinch in the doorway. The door came out pretty easy. No real, I think I had 3 nails either side. It's just sitting over there. No problem at all. But we do need to attend now to this LVL situation. So I think I'm going to start by putting another stud, well, not stud, but like an upright next to this. I'll go up to the right height that I need, and then I'm going to cut a couple of sticks of timber just to run from the foot of there to the foot of there, just to, bit of an insurance policy. And then I'll cut the LVL and I'll drop it in up the top there, and then we should be right to take that one out, and then open up this doorway properly, and then we should be able to clean up the electrical and close it all up. Okay, so I've got the doorway widened now, and I'll get you up to speed on what I've done here. You'll notice now that the LVL has been replaced. I put a red one in. I had it in the yard from a previous job, so I've got that right across the span, and I've put this new upright in place and checked it out, and it's sitting on top of that. And then all I've done here is I've simply run some 90 by 45s across and just checked it out a little bit as well, and tagged into the back of the where the pergola used to be. So that's the header board from the pergola to the house. Now, just to stop a bit of sag here, I've got some bonus points here. I've just tagged a small offcut of a 90 by 45 from this new roof frame into the existing house truss, because when the pergola was built, we've basically gone through the header board here, and they've aimed straight to go into the ends of the truss. And if you have a look, it's probably a bit hard to see, but the screws go into the end of the truss. So this will just ensure that I've got contact point to there, and will stop any sort of sag that wants to happen. There shouldn't be too much, because I've got obviously a wall running under that length and at the other side as well, so it should be pretty right. I've crashed in a doorway in here as well, just for our pantry, so I've just got to bolt that side to the floor, and then put my noggins in that side, and then we're going to be right to pretty well much close up the wall and the roof. We're going to put a bit of insulation up there and run our lining board. So that is what I'm going to do now. But you can certainly see, if I come inside the house, that's the new space. It's really opened it up. We're going to move our table and everything out of here, and it's just going to make the house so much bigger. So yeah, it's coming along nicely. Well, all right, we've got some real progress, and all I've done here is I've lined it with our hardwood lining boards. I've covered that off in some of the previous videos. If you haven't seen the first few builds, check them out. But I've done the tongue and groove style, and I've put in the 70mm black LED downlights, which look really cool. So it's come along really nicely in here. That doorway that I built out, so we've gone with a second pantry here, and the door is exactly the same as the main entrance door that I've got leading into this room. And I've done a video on that as well, which I'll tag up in the top right now, so you can see the install on that one. Exactly the same. This is a pantry, obviously. I'm going to have a crack at doing some home tint, so that's for a future video. We're going to do this jet black, so it looks really, really nice against the timber. But I'll give you a look at what's going on in here. Now, all I've done here is buy one of those flat pack pantry kits that you'll get from any big box hardware store. In this case, I got it from Bunnings. And what I really like about this is it comes with these adjustable feet. So you've got these little plastic feet that wind in and wind out, and I've got a really considerable fall heading away this way, so I could wind these feet out more and get a nice level surface to work with. The other thing that I like about this is it's built for a standard size doorway. So you can see here in the jamb, like it just fits really, really nice. It's given us some really good storage. And the other thing too, I've got a downpipe in behind this. If I ever have issues in the future, I want to be able to get at it. And this is literally a screw there, a screw there, a screw there, and a screw there. So 4 all up, pull them out, I can shift this whole thing a foot sideways, and I can get it should I have any problems. But fingers crossed, we don't have any. So looking really good. So this is where we're up to. I'll give you a bit of a look on the inside. I haven't dressed this up yet, so I've still got you know, a rough outline, but I've got to dress all up, which I'll do at a later stage. But I'm going to leave this video there. In the next video, we're going to tackle the kitchen window. We're going to pull that out, and we're going to pull out the rest of the brick wall. So we're going to work on that. But thanks for watching. You've been Home and Tools with James, and I'll catch you in the next video.